What's going on, everybody? Eric Lindquist at Stochastic here on the Odd Chopper channel, coming to you with an end of week Friday edition of NBA Lindy's Leans, Likes, and Locks. Hit that like button, subscribe button, notification bell goes a long way for me on this video. Goes a long way for you. That way you become a prize whenever great content is going live here at our little neck of the YouTube woods. I'm still running high here on Thursday from what I did in the NBA streets on Wednesday. I ended up with four. Yeah, you heard me. 4 locks in the premium Discord. Again, Lindy 5, you can sign up for that. That's in addition to our friends at Bet365. We will talk about that here in a second because they've got an unbelievable deal out there in Illinois for all you people because they just went live in that state. But best bets for tomorrow. We're talking Friday, but I want to talk Wednesday for a second. 4 locks that I ended up playing. I don't think I've ever had 3 locks in an NBA night in any given circumstance, but between Sar, his P plus rebounds was just ridiculous. And then you had points plus assists for Stephon Castle. He ended up having the one from the video, Quentin Grimes, under 35.5. Can't believe he checked back into that game. And he was just going all out to get garbage time stats. 13 PRA he put up in the last 6 minutes of that game when they're down 30 to Oklahoma City. It was absurd that he was in, but he still goes under for the people. I know some people got 34.5. That pisses me off because, well, just sucks. But anyway, the other one, we ended up finishing it all out there. Felt really good to just have all 4. What was my 4th one? Sar, Stephon Castle, Quentin Grimes. Oh, Jalen Williams ended up being 23.5 PRA. That was a joke. J with a Y for Oklahoma City. Of course, that was the other one. Ended up posting that ticket as soon as I could because, well, just having betting sinking issues. But anyway, that's going to be all done with. We don't have any issues there. Ended up posting the ticket like I always do over in the premium Discord. The premium. What am I even saying? Anyway, Bet365, we'll talk about them. We'll talk about Lindy 5. We obviously will have baseball a week from now. I think you guys have seen the format. You can skip ahead to whichever portion you want. Producer Jacob does a great job there at the bottom bar here for the people, but the NBA made it exponentially more difficult on us. I obviously was betting a bunch of college basketball today, in addition to my NBA responsibilities, which again, I love because I am very good at it typically. And again, just better at it this week, at the tail end of this week for sure. Check out my prop threads over at X. So much stuff that I had to throw out here from the top. So little time, but I guarantee I'll speed it up. 5 plays, 2 of them. Not that I embellished a little bit here, but we'll talk through the nuance of the 2 points props that I am interested in, even though they're not posted. I did a lot of work in order to go back and cover this for you. So without further ado, talked a lot here at the top. Let's speed it up. Producer Jacob, let's get to the leans, shall we? We begin our boarding walk with Orlando and Washington. Just want to throw this out there. Washington can do anything that they want at any given time, rule anybody out. Alex Sarr's minutes have been limited, and he's still crushing, but this is going to be a spot I'm probably hitting eject. I'm a little surprised to only see a 7-point spread. That's a lot of respect for a lot of guys. Now, Chris Middleton is off the injury report, but he's playing limited minutes. Does he even start in this spot? I think you can take advantage of some oh God, is he going to play different minutes kind of, freak out periods here as we get into the last month of this regular season for these teams that are just waiting to go to Cabo. Now, oh, good. Damian Lillard ruled out. Can we still get this Milwaukee minus 1.5 across, even though it's at 7.5 right now? It's probably going to come down to 6.5, but I was surprised it didn't get up to 8.5. It's pretty obvious, I guess Dame wasn't going to play. Anyway, Rockets, Heat. This one's also a lean for me. We got 2 unders on the card. Yeah, the lock comes through there by a hook and a half. By 1.5 it was. So 3 hooks. I got to work on my math there. Houston, though, taking on Miami in this spot, both teams. Nothing to tank for. And Amin Thompson sounds like he's going to be back in the fold for this one. Left ankle sprain off the injury report. Ooh, darling. Good luck. Have fun, Tyler Hero. Anyway, New Orleans taking on my Minnesota Timberwolves, and what an embarrassment. Also, we were playing really good basketball, and then Julius Randle comes out and says that, oh, we got to, find that spirit. We're not playing that well. I was just coming around to liking Julius Randle. We had won 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 consecutive games in which he had played. And now he's coming out and saying we need to find that spirit because we lost 1 game. Stop this. Why does this always happen in Minnesota sports? Why can't I have nice things? Anyway, I'm a little gun shy. It's technically supposed to be a play at 15, but Zion's pretty good at basketball. High 20s minutes still for Zion. Yeah, I'm a little gun shy on that one. So I'm just going to stay away like the plague and hope Julius Randle just shuts his mouth and lets Ant do his thing. And Julius Randle, you were playing well. I was coming around to you. Anyway, we'll move on. Boston minus 14. That's pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. If you want to just know the injury report, because again, these are important things that I want context for. Jaylen Brown is out. Lauri Markkanen, though, and John Collins also still out. KJ Martin, too, if you care about such things. I don't. But Jaylen Brown, well, I still don't really care. I still think Boston should be closer to 15, but that's not going to beat you 10 cents a vig over any long-term sample size because, again, 53% win percentage, that's what you're aiming for it. And yeah, when we're looking at spreads like that and it's sitting minus 115 right now, let's just stay away and not deal with that crap. As for Charlotte and OKC, Wiggins, he's kind of interesting to me because Lou Dort is going to be out yet again. We've seen him step into the starting lineup. I expect SGA going to be back here in this spot unless something just randomly comes from the clouds. It is the NBA, always be on high alert. But Cason Wallace questionable again. Even if Cason Wallace is in, I expect Aaron Wiggins to start. And that's going to be a lot of opportunity next to Chet Holmgren and SGA, two guys who will get keyed in on a little bit more, but Charles is going to just full out punt this thing. And that's where Wiggins 20 plus really comes into effect, is that end of third quarter, fourth quarter rotations with Oklahoma City, hopefully up 20. Now, he did not go on the card because we are waiting for that one, but I have two that are on the card that we're also waiting for. I'll explain the nuance and difference there. My friends, congratulations. If you were in the great state of Illinois, wouldn't you look at it in the bottom bar there? You got Illinois added to Arizona, Colorado, Indiana, Louisiana, North Carolina. Come on and raise up. Take your shirt off, twist it around your head, spin it like a helicopter. New Jersey, Ohio, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia. None of them have cool songs about that. Actually, Meet Virginia. That's pretty good. And then also, I guess it's not Rocky Mountain High, but it's West Virginia. It's different. They don't have it in West Virginia, but they have it in Virginia. You should check it out. Bet 5, get 150 in Illinois, the great city of Chicago, friends. Head to the link below. Sign up. Minimum $10 deposit required. Minimum odds of minus 500 or greater on that first bet that you make with $5. I'll repeat. Bet 5. Anything that is better than minus 500. So minus 400, just fine. Get that $10 deposit in. Bet 5, get 150. It's only if you're 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER, 18 and over in Kentucky. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Good times, friends. Bet365 back on the menu. And now, let's get to the likes. Surprise, I also have one lock. So 4 likes plus a lock, but we're going to start in the like department. And yeah, why wouldn't we be talking about Philly and San Antonio, two teams that are not actively trying to win basketball games, although Quinn Grimes made me sweat, baby, sweat, you know. You and me, baby. Some people watching this are not going to know that song, and it makes me sad. But anyway, producer Jacob, do you know that song? Okay, he's dancing to it, kind of. Whatever. San Antonio, though, on the other side of this one, no De'Aaron Fox, no Wemby. We know that by now. But you got Jeremy Sohan, who ended up starting over Bismack Biyombo, who may not even be with the team here longer. Charles Bassey, they're still waiting on him. And then Sandro Momukashvili, just from the absolute clouds, puts up like a 34 spot on like 90% shooting, 100% from 3, 100% from the line. I did not know he had that dog in him, but Flava Flav hanging out with him was awfully fun to see. If you don't like it, well, F you, I don't like you. Anyway, under 240.5 is where we're going to be going with this direction, mainly because that is a huge total for two teams not actively trying. And look at the injury report on the Philly side. No Bona, no Oubre, no Maxey, no Lowry, no Drummond. Lonnie Walker is available. Obviously, he is all offense, no defense, and that's why he's out of the league, basically. No, not technically, because he's on another 10-day contract. But anywho, under 240.5, have this closer to 235. To my favorite play of the day. Detroit, 8.5-point favorites in Dallas. And again, we just went from like two sob stories, if you will. Philly, obviously all of the injuries on top of injuries on top of injuries. And now you're just hoping Quentin Grimes just takes you to the promised land next year or something. I don't know. I think he's an unrestricted free agent, so probably won't even be there. But anyway, Dallas, we are looking at a pretty interesting situation with them because they go from basically being at 8 guys with Jaden Hardy a little bit limited to potentially being back to 10. And Jaden Hardy was able to close that last game. So I think the minutes a little bit more secure. I couldn't tell what was going on with that starting lineup because Kai Jones, he ended up in that starting lineup. And boy, oh boy, that was a weird one to watch. And Dallas was up pretty secure on Indy and then just collapsed. Like most things have happened to the Dallas Mavericks franchise in the last month and a half or so. But anyway, 235.5. Let me tell you, I couldn't believe how different I was from this spread. And this could have been a full windmill slam nuke. But then you do go through the Dallas box scores and Spencer Dinwiddie playing high 30s minutes. It's a little bit problematic because that guy has not been playing defense. It's led to some interesting overs here in recent weeks. But I think those minutes of 36, 38 for him are done. For one, you get Klay Thompson back into the mix. For two, Brandon Williams was out last time. He's not even on the injury report with low back tightness. You got Jaden Hardy back into the mix. Get Dinwiddie off the floor. Now, he could still start. He could still play low 30s minutes and whatever else. But what I'm saying is that they're not going to be short of breath on the defensive side of the ball the way that it looked like they were against Indy, where it just went for 260 plus points. And I reran some numbers based on these configurations and these lineups. Again, custom minute samples over on Dunks and Threes. Really, really fun to do. And then you can obviously go into your whole AI generator and have a lot of fun like I do every single night. And you can simulate 10,000 games. And it has me landing around 228. We're talking way under 235 and a half. That's a lock, friends. So we're not going to completely nuke it the way that I was expecting, because there were some 220s that were actually showing up in that simulation, a lot of them, the standard deviations. We're not going to get into that. We're going to just go under 235 and a half because it's a really good play, and Detroit is at full strength, and they have everybody else, well, other than Jaden Ivey, who I guess might come back still this season. Well, that's because Detroit's playing good basketball. Dennis Schroeder out there doing the damn thing defensively. Asar Thompson starting to look a little bit like his brother. That's what we were hoping for Detroit. Really good defense showing up there in Dallas, and Cade Cunningham in Miami. That was so fun. But anywho, under 235 and a half, I love it. We go from our two unders to, let me just break this up this way, because we've got two player props that I'm about to talk about, and I need you to have a little bit of faith in me, all right? First off, you've got a lot of injuries that are existing in the next situation with Denver. This one, it's a little bit more clear-cut. Now, it's Cleveland minus 7.5 taking on Phoenix, and Phoenix, they've got some really, really weird rotations that are they're starting to drive me a little bit batshit crazy, because I can't believe Colin Gillespie is going to continue starting here going forward. He's an undrafted dude out of Villanova. You probably remember him from there, but he's been starting and playing decent minutes at times for this team. Tyus Jones comes in off the bench pretty quickly, but first quarter, third quarter, Colin Gillespie season, what is actually going on with our lives? I don't know. You don't know. We don't know, but it gets even worse somehow, some way, because Iguodala has been playing the backup minutes here at the 5. Not a Mason Plumlee, who obviously was a bad boy. Obviously, he was out last game too, just actual injury stuff. And he's going to be out for an actual deal with a quadriceps in this game too. But Iguodala's been playing more minutes than Nick Richards at the 5. Now, it went back the other way and swayed to 28 for him in that one. Iguodala only played 20 last game. I don't even really know what Phoenix is doing. I don't think they know what they're doing, but Cleveland do. I am very secure in knowing what Cleveland's doing. And they basically glorified rested Darius Garland. He is off the injury report coming into this game. I'm not saying that, they're not going to just automatically rest an Evan Mobley or a Donovan Mitchell in this spot. But I get the feeling that it's very live because of how far up they are in the East. If you haven't been looking at the standings, friends, they are way up. You can't even gun them down if you wanted to at this point in time if you're the Boston Celtics. Currently, if my computer would cooperate with me for once in my life, they are 6 games up on Boston. That is pretty hefty when you're the Cleveland Cavaliers, and you've got a pretty easy strength of schedule here coming down the pipeline. Now, Boston, obviously, they can rattle off a couple of themselves. They're double-digit favorites again here in this spot, but Darius Garland, I do think, has a chance to have one of Donovan Mitchell or Evan Mobley resting in this spot. And in the event that they don't, well, I still think you're getting a low points prop going up against Colin Gillespie, the Bradley Beal-less Phoenix Suns here, and Tyus Jones backup point guard minutes, Devin Booker, who gets in foul trouble abnormally, a lot for a guy that I don't think of as a defensive stopper. But anyway, this is a lot of fluff piece talk to get to Darius Garland 20 plus points. It is not there. This would normally be, hey, lean like Eric. But what I'm saying is that I am so interested in Darius Garland that I'm willing to at least inherit a quarter unit no matter what at where Darius Garland's opening points prop is. And I will be taking the over against Phoenix as they give up gobs of points to point guards over the course of the last month, and it is very clear cut to see why that is. Ryan Dunn, he's going to be dealing with wings and things of that nature, better defender. And Evan Mobley, 2+3s. Have you looked at the box scores? We're starting to get those up from Mr. Evan Mobley again. Getting excited. I'm really worried about the opening numbers, though, at a place like Bet365. But anywho, Portfolio V, that's going to be where we can capture some goodness tomorrow, too. And there's a 7-day free trial going for all new users. Again, all new users, head to Portfolio EV, head to the comment section below, and take advantage of it. We've just revamped so much stuff with this product. I don't even think you'll recognize how many plays you're able to get relative to what you were even a week ago. And that is the fun part, is new markets, new algorithms, new opportunities for you to win money with a market-based approach, getting a ton of volume down. Notice how I go half unit and full unit. There is a reason that I have done that for years, and that is because I am trying to get volume from a market-based approach from this tool as much as I humanly possibly can. And no matter where you live, whether that is Texas or California or anywhere else, whatever books you have access to, if that's Flip and Rebet or Profit X coming soon here as well, can't wait to be sharing that with you guys as well. Portfolio EV can take care of it here. We're always innovating. Portfolio EV has never been better. Do you like my sweater? Head to the comment section below. 7-day free trial for all new users. Alrighty, y'all, back to the picks we go. All right, so we got the Darius Garland one out of the way. Now let's talk Denver taking on Portland. Denny Avdia. Hello. He ended up winning a lot of people a lot of money on that DK promotion, the old king of the court action. 17 boards. What? All right, yeah, highest PRA total on the day. Denny Avdia. Didn't know he had that dog in him, but here we are with Denver. Nikola Jokic's elbow. I said this when it happened. He did not look right. It is obviously a problem, and he's played through it here sometimes, but he's been out for now 3 consecutive games. Out for the Golden State game, out for the Lakers game, out for the Portland game. But one guy with a massive Q tag just waiting in the wings, his name is Jamal Murray. So there's a chance that this gets voided, and I'm willing to kind of inherit a little bit of risk as far as me and my personal record, which I'll be updating here on Sunday night's video here for Monday, because I want to stay accountable to you here in the NBA streets. And then when the MLB starts up, we start that up. But we got ourselves Portland on the other side. Not going to be able to do a whole hell of a lot out there if you're going to have to deal with Russell Westbrook running 100 miles per hour, along with Christian Brown, who's been extremely effective, Aaron Gordon, who's played out of his mind in the absence of Jokic, and Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray, 25 plus points here. All the usage coming into his direction takes about an 8% upgrade in usage, which shouldn't surprise anybody, but I'm very curious to see where this opening number is, because I do not think if he plays, there will be any limitations on his right ankle sprain right now. Now, the West is getting a little bit dicey there up at the top. If you're not knowing what I'm talking about, look at the standings. Everybody's bunched up 2 through 4, 2 through 6, basically. It's going to get close. It's going to be very interesting. So Jamal Murray, 25 plus points. I'll also inherit a quarter unit no matter what here, but I would like to get a half unit down. If it's opening 23.5, 22.5, anything in that range, I'll end up getting the half or full unit down. And our last like of the day, I know you want to see NCAA stuff, so I'm just going to be quick with this one. I'm a big fan of the Clippers here in this spot. Now, I did not go to the total look at it. 232 is not your everyday total here for a Memphis Grizzlies game, and I totally get it. You get Chris Dunn back out there for the Clippers. Such a good defender to deal with Desmond Bane. Luke Kennard, he's obviously played irrationally well here in the absence of John Morant at times. Lots of things that we want to be paying attention to there from a massive prop department, but I like getting the Clippers on your card here right now at -5. I think this closes closer to 6.5 with this iteration of Zubats and Kawhi Leonard playing the way they are alongside of James Harden, who's just out of his mind too. Clippers are sneaky. They are not a team you want to deal with in the playoffs. Just ask producer Jacob. He's kind of a fan too. And that does it for another edition. Pretty clean one. 5 leans, 5 likes. I like that. I'm a man of symmetry. But anywho, hit that like button down below. Head to the comment section below. Let me know your favorite plays here for Friday. Very big, exciting opportunity here with Bet365. If you're signing up in Illinois, you also have Portfolio EV. You could sign up for that for free. You could take $10, sign up at Bet365, damn good fine. Get 150 in bonus bets and be off to the races, taking advantage of everything there. Oh boy, it's a great time here at Odd Chopper. It's only for 21 and over. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. But thank you, producer Jacob. Another week in the books. So nice to get a massive win on Wednesday for the premium Discord. Again, promo code Lindy5. You can sign up for that as well. College basketball going strong in there. Started off BYU, my only play so far. We'll see how this comes to fruition here. San Diego, good luck, Eric. Until next time, friends, I'm Eric Lindquist. Best of luck in the NBA streets on Friday.